Hello students, let's read the problem, and it says the triangle ABC was transformed to create the triangle A prime B prime C prime as shown on the coordinate grid below. Which of the following rules best describes this transformation? So what we're looking for is the rule, right, which basically describes the transformation that happened. Now remember that there's different transformations, right? So one of the transformations that we're talking about here is, what was that? Is that a reflection? Is that a rotation? Is that a translation? Dilation? So the first thing that I'm going to give you as an advice is focus on one point and compare the coordinates. Maybe that can give you a huge clue about the transformation that is happening. So my advice would be choose, for example, point A. And point 8, if you look down, it's -8 on X. And on Y, look across, it's a +7, right? Now on A prime, which is my new image, right? It's -2 on X. And on the Y, it's a -3. Okay, only point A. So what transformation happened? I can see that this is like a slide, right? I see that it's a translation. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna count how many spaces are we moving to go from A to A prime. And I want you to write down the movement that you're doing. And what do I mean by that? I want you to write down if it's up and down or right and left, okay? Why? Because I want you to think about X, for example. So if you're walking on X, you can only go to the right or to the left. If you go to the right, it's a positive. If you go to the left, it's a negative, okay? Now what about the Y? If I'm walking on the Y, I can only go up or down. And going up means positive, going down means negative, right? So let's start counting. From A, I'm gonna go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, right? Because now I can actually just go to the right and I'll reach A prime. So I went 10 down. So I'm gonna write it down over here. Now think about it. If you're going down, what is that going to affect? The X or the Y? So just come back to the left side and identify where it says down. So it's going to affect the Y. And it says negative, right? So therefore, this movement will be Y -10. Okay? Now let's see how many do I need to move to the right. Okay? So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to the right. And if I go 6 to the right, let's circle where the right is, and it's affecting the X. Therefore, my rule is going to be X plus 6. Okay, so that's basically the rule that I am going to apply. So it's going to be X plus 6, comma, Y -10. Okay, so if you look at the answer choices, we can find the one that we need. But we can take it one more step, and we can actually apply the rule to my A to see if I get A prime. So for example, -8 is X, so I'm going to say -8 plus 6, and that gives me a -2, which is the -2 that I see right there. You can see that? What about the Y? On the Y, say Y -10. So Y is 7. So I'm going to write down 7 minus 10. 7 minus 10 is -3, which is what I have right there. So my rule is correct. Okay, so let's take a look at my answer choices. And my answer choice for this will be letter C. Very good.